Now, Central Oregon's local alert weather with Chief Meteorologist Bob Shaw.
Good Tuesday morning. It is 9 minutes past the hour. The recent wildfires are now fueling some debate over climate change. Blake Allen spoke to different people around Oregon trying to gain their perspectives.
This current wildfire event may be the worst many in the state of Oregon will see in their entire lives. Homes lost, businesses and livelihoods destroyed, and even devastating loss of life. Now many are asking why this happened. Leading the topic of discussion is climate. Governor Kate Brown saying these fires were the result of climate change.
I think there's no question that the changing climate is exacerbating what we see on the ground.
However, some say otherwise, like Dr. Bob Zyback of Oregon. Dr. Zyback has a PhD in environmental studies. He's been observing this matter for years. He says these fires were completely the result of poor forest management and had little to do with climate at all.
Fuel buildups are what caused these fires. They've been predicted for several decades. It's not climate change, it's management. The lands were actively managed by Native Americans, Indians, Oregon Indians, for thousands of years with prescribed burning. We use logging, road building, prescribed burning, and for 35 years, from 1952 until 1986, we only had one major fire in Western Oregon. Right now, we've got 4 or 5 catastrophic scale fires going on at the same time, and this has been happening a lot since 1987.
However, climatologist and Linfield University professor Greg Jones says climate was a factor in leading to the conditions that fueled these fires.
The whole issue is that our ramping up of a warming atmosphere over the past 100 plus years, and especially in the past 30, 40 years, has really put us in a situation in which the temperatures during the year are much warmer. We're typically having more wide variability within our rainfall patterns. And so all of this has been really driven or accentuated by the fact that we have climate change.
Oregon's 2nd District Congressman Greg Walden was with President Trump in Sacramento. Walden touched on the matter in an exclusive News Channel 21 interview as well, taking a two-sided approach.
What is your take on all of that?
I think the answer is yes. Part of it is we have a changing climate. We have drier conditions. Part of it is we've had 100 years of suppressing fire and 50 years of not managing forests. So we have enormous fuel buildups in the forest.
Walden weighed in on possible congressional action.
Yeah, there's a lot of work we've done. There's a lot more to do. The Healthy Forest Restoration Act I helped write more than a decade ago is law. It's being used in and around our wildland-urban interfaces, do a lot of the thinning you see along the highways and around critical infrastructure.
In Bend, Blake Allen, News Channel 21.
Well, this morning, those fires rage on, and while there are none right at our front door, they are close, and we are looking at a lot of smoke in Central Oregon. All of us are under right now a very hazardous air quality, and while we might get a little bit of relief through the afternoon, it'll be like yesterday. It'll close back in on us very quickly. Here's a current look at our smoke forecast. We are looking at some pretty dense smoke through the morning hours. That may lighten a little bit as we get through the afternoon. However, it isn't going to go away. You can see the Highway 97 corridor and out Highway 20. Everything is just staying very, very smoky. It'll build back in and get stronger again as we get through this evening and through tonight. And tomorrow we may get a little bit of a similar break in all of this. Might even be a little more significant break, but it is not going to go away. We are looking at a morning that is going to stay fairly smoky across the high desert in all situations. We will see our winds shift a little bit and become a little more northerly. Now, unfortunately, that doesn't really help us a great deal because of the fires to our northwest. We're going to get a little closer look here later in the program at Hurricane Sally, now a Category 2 hurricane that's about to make landfall. Here in the northwest, we've had a little bit by way of some rain showers that are moving through the Pacific Northwest. And for Central Oregon, we're planning on staying fairly clear if only it weren't for the smoke. Our skies will stay fairly sunny. We'll get a few more clouds that'll push in as we get through the middle of the week and into Thursday, and that's when we're starting to see a few showers build in. Morning winds are very light and variable. Again, you're going to see them shift and become a little more northerly through the afternoon. That'll only serve to keep some of the smoke in our region. Morning thermometers haven't been bad. La Pine has been on a little bit of a roller coaster. They were as low as 30 degrees just a little bit ago. So mid-30s to mid-50s to get the morning going. As we get through the day, you're going to find that a great many are going to warm into the mid-80s. This is going to put us just a couple of degrees cooler than what you saw yesterday, so that's a plus. We don't really see temperatures cool much until we get toward the end of the work week. For today, pollen counts are going to be of no consequence whatsoever. It's the smoke that is going to be a real challenge for us. Now, we'll stay fairly warm here for the next couple of days. We're showing a little relief in the haze Thursday and Friday only because of the rain showers that are coming through. We get something that is called washout. We get that rain and it carries some of that debris in the air right down to the surface. It doesn't look like this system that's going to work its way through is going to be sufficient to extinguish these fires. Consequently, we are still under the risk of seeing hazy skies along with those cooler temperatures as we go into the weekend.